Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tenderloin along with Kevin Harden, and we're here cooking with James Kugel from the Kentucky Center. And now we can say, where's the beef?
Yeah, it's time to add a little beef. And I like this whole Mediterranean flair we're on. Of course, the tabbouleh salad. And what are you going to do with the beef that sort of kicks that up to the Mediterranean style?
Well, we get in local beef tenderloin, and the first thing we do is trim it down in-house, and then we'll rub it with some Worcestershire sauce for a little bit of salt and a little back note of flavor. It's a little different. And then we take a Middle Eastern spice rub that people have heard of called zatar.
Okay.
So we'll rub that whole tenderloin down. We'll let it sit for a couple of hours, let it draw some of that moisture out, let it adhere to it, get a good crust. We put a light smoke on it for about an hour at around 80 degrees, so it doesn't really cook the meat, it just penetrates it. And then we finish it in a really high oven at 425 to really put a crust on the outside.
Okay, interesting.
Wow, that does. And you know that zatar, I have it in the pantry, and I use it on everything from eggs to potatoes. I mean, it really is a great spice.
It's a super universal spice. It's just a blend of different spices, herbs. There's fennel, there's allspice, there's sumac. It's really fresh, and it goes great with fish, chicken, beef, and like you said, even some vegetables.
All right.
Yep.
Well, by the magic of TV, you have one that you've prepared here, so we'll bring that out. We'll slice it up. You can see that nice sort of crispness on top that hot oven has put on there.
Look at that crust.
Nice crust on it. We tend to do things at a higher temperature, 425. We leave the 350 for the bakers. We want to develop that color. We want that crust on there, right? So let's pull this out of here and cut it. Get it up there on that plate.
That sounds great. Look at that. I mean, you just look at that crust. Beautiful flavor.
Oh, wow.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
We probably better taste that.
Yeah, Kevin's.
Before we serve it.
We're going to lay that right on top.
Oh, there we go.
And a little sprinkle of some coarse salt.
Oh, see, that's a nice little touch at the end where you get that little coarse salt in there and just, boom, kicks it in.
We put all that crust and all that flavor on the outside, right? But we're cooking a whole tenderloin, so that doesn't really penetrate the meat. Slice it, give it a little.
Kevy, there's a little piece there.
I don't think.
That's the chef's cut right there. You find that? What do you think? Flavor?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, yes. And you can taste that little spice. It's not too strong, but it's there, and yes. Yes. That's wonderful. Before we let you go, and we're wrapping up the show, but I'm curious to know about some of these themed dinners that you've had to do in the past. Can you give us just an example of something that you've done? Could be this one or any other.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned before, we do the chef's table for every Broadway show at the center, rotating menus. The chef's table itself comes with 2 entrees, 3 sides, a dessert, an intermission snack for in between the show, unlimited water and soda, and then 2 free drinks of your choice. Private bathrooms, on-site parking. You don't have to worry about getting to the show. Everything's there, and we take care of you. You know, in the past, we've had shows like Wicked in. What food do you know from Wicked? Anybody? Anybody? No, right?
No.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So we just played on colors, right?
Oh,
I mean, the greens and the reds. So we did a coffee rub steak with a fresh chimichurri.
Oh, fun.
We did papas bravas, which is kind of a play on a Spanish dish with the potatoes, and really made those colors pop. For our upcoming season, we've got things like a basil pesto gnocchi with crushed prosciutto on top for Aunt Juliet, and many more. And if you just watch online at KentuckyCenter.org, you'll be able to see those menus along with the shows throughout the year.
Well, you know, the art scene in Louisville is at such a high mark. I mean, it really is amazing. And what you guys do at the Kentucky Center, both in the kitchen and outside of the kitchen, is really a benefit to all of us.
I think so. I think the center downtown, it's a unique building, and I see it as kind of a cornerstone of this community. Arts, in one way, shape, or form, has touched all our lives, and we all enjoy it in one shape or fashion.
But I'll tell you what, you really create a showstopper, don't you?
We try every day, don't we?
Okay.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you guys have enjoyed being here today. For folks at home that wish to be a part of our studio audience, it's easy to do, mintjuliptours.com. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, it's easy to do. Just scan the QR code. We've got to say goodbye for now. Help us one more time thank James Kugel from the Kentucky Center.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Appreciate that. For Tim Laird, I'm Kevin Harnett. We'll see you next time on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.